Students, Mr. C here. One thing we have to do is we have the veneer on the edges. Now we have to do the ends. And before the glue sets up, what I want to do is I want to go ahead and put those on. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the clamps off of this side just temporarily, just for a few minutes, so that way I can put the cauls on the ends, and we can go ahead and get that on so we don't have to waste the glue. There's still some glue left in here, and if we get it on now, that way it won't be wasteful. So what I've done is I've taken off the tape off the ends. So now what I have to do is, as you can see here, the tape is no longer here or here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tape the ends on these. I have my grain set up where the grain of the veneer is exactly the same layout as on the top, because we took it and cut it on a laser, if you remember, exactly the same. So I just need to get the glue on here, tape on here. Take this around. So you can see. Now this is for the squeeze out, so it doesn't get in the panel. Now, granted, if a little bit does get in the panel, it's not a huge deal because we have to still sand these, but I don't want to be sitting there and grinding on it or sanding on it for a long period of time. Essentially, all I want to do is just sand the surface just enough just to get the glue to adhere. Now, if you want to look, I have my veneer here, caul here, veneer here. Boom. Thank God I have another one, right? And I have my caul here. So, I'm going to go ahead, grab one of my other veneers. Clearly I made extras because of something like that. It's extremely brittle. And unfortunately I was just doing this very hastily and I shouldn't do that. So what I'm going to do, tape here in this one. Okay. Now I want to make sure I have glue over the whole surface, not too much either. Okay, now I'll go down to this side, so you see. Okay. So I have my glue on these ends, right? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and tape this. Now, to prevent this veneer from cracking again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of tape down the length of the veneer, like so, to prevent that from happening again. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this, place this on here. not wanting to sit flat. Okay. This is the caul, this side. I'm trying to move as quickly as I can because I know that the open time is really close to being done. It's not a very comfortable feeling, but you do have to move relatively quickly. Now this is cut to be exact, it's exact width, so I want to make sure this doesn't move. Cut the excess off in a moment. Or I'm sorry, wipe off the excess glue. Just squeeze out in a minute here. So now I have these cauls. I'm going to grab a wet towel. Okay. I'm going to take my caul, and I'm just going to tape this on. Actually, it's friction fit. It's okay. You'll just see the same thing here. Friction fit. So now I can go ahead and grab my clamps. I want the bar just a little bit away so that way I can wipe off any excess squeeze out, like I just seen here. As soon as I tightened it down, I had quite a bit squeezed out there.